EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards on the gain, a great start for this offense.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Panther 60. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Stewart. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Covered by Charles Woodson.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Seven Pirates. Down.
From the gun, it's Stewart. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards that time for number 14.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Buffalo 18. 19 type. 19, 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Here's Stewart to throw it. And he's able to find Miller. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Steelers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. A play fake, and now it's Dart. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Javon Curse just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Dart going to look to throw here. Short throw, that's caught by Davis. Well, he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
It's a
catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. Still shedding tackles. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. To throw, Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To the air, Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Randy Moss, 35 yards. And the Falcons are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Ready, set.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Get it. Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Throwing now, Stewart. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
No street. Craft all 80. Ready.
Warren will try to light side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go, check. 60 by 60, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready?
Stewart sets to throw. This is complete to Holmes. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 53 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Falcons 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Slot man moves right. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
It's a loss of a yard.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he floats one there, incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They send the tight end Davis in motion.
From the gun, Dart. He gets this to Hampton.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
To the air again, Dart.
Short throw, that's caught by Davis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
11 more yards. There's another Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. From the gun, here's Dart.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Randy Moss, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now they'll shift things around.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
2nd and 14. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Check smash, check smash. 18, Pioneer. Warriors, 70. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Let go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. 19 Lions. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
68, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Hurt. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Maverick. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Scope.
Back to throw again. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Boswell's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On first down, it's Hampton. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing his dart. It's caught by Davis. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. This is caught at the end. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
To throw now, Dart. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Vernon Davis from 6 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Steelers 17.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Hot 70, hot Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Broncos.
Looking to throw. Stewart. And this is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Stewart. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
Well,
how about this? They'll change it at the line.
19. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18. Pioneer.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Stewart. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
13 yards on the play.
19.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now run straight ahead with one. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Warriors 70. Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 19 Lion.
Operating from the gun. Stewart to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
To throw is Dart. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
At the 19-yard line.
Here's Dart. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Vernon Davis, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And it's wide.